YouTube releases new parenting control options. Android releases 6 new convenience and safety features. Twitter releases more details about its future growth plans. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. Not just that, at the end, if you stay with me for the bonus section, we are going to discuss how you as a non-profit church or a ministry can deal with some of the uncertain scenarios that exist in today's social media ecosystem. You don't want to miss that. I'm Nachi Ladres. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news in 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news of this week is from the Android team. The Google Android team has released 6 new features, including features related to safety, features related to dark mode, and also features related to accessibility. But the one feature that really caught my attention is the ability to schedule text messages. You can now type a text message whenever you want, and you can actually schedule it to go later. So I think it's going to be a very important trend in the smartphone space, because sending text messages is starting to increase. People are interacting with each other through private media and text messages more and more, and introducing new features into that area is going to give a little bit of edge for Android in this space. Something to look forward to. We will link to all the features in the show notes to check it out. Hey, have you subscribed to our channel yet? If you've not done so already, I highly recommend that you subscribe to our channel and click that bell notification so that you do not miss any news episodes that we upload every single Friday. Thank you. I'll see you in the next news item. Our next big news is from Facebook. Facebook announced that they are releasing new tools that will keep people from sharing content that victimizes children. Children exploitative content is being taken very seriously by Facebook on both Facebook and Instagram. Earlier in October, November, they deployed a survey, a research with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, NCMEC, and based on that finding, last week they have released this announcement saying that they are now starting to test tools that are going to help them with this cause. So the first is a pop-up. So when people share this kind of a content, there will be a pop-up saying that this content is of nature that could victimize or exploit children, and there will also be a warning, and there is also going to be ways in which Facebook and Instagram are going to detect these type of content early, and also give people the ability to easily report these type of content. So I think it's a good step in the right direction for Facebook and Instagram related to children's safety on the platform. Our next news is from YouTube, and it's a news similar to the last news that we had from Facebook about children's safety. Last week, YouTube announced that they are releasing a new feature called Supervised Google Account, which is going to give parents better control over the content that their children, especially teens and tweens, are watching on YouTube. So it has 3 levels, one for 9+ years, and one for 13+ years, and one for even older children. So YouTube has outlined all the details in this article, which I will link to in the show notes. Seems to be a good initiative from YouTube. Our next news is from Google. Last week, Google Health team announced that their Care Studio software pilot program is now starting to expand. Care Studio is a healthcare software from Google that is designed to pull out relevant health record information from a database and show it very quickly in a relevant way to health experts, so that they can look at all the information and take decisions that could be critical, because they are health-based decisions. For example, if they just type in diabetes, it looks just like a Google search, and if you type the word diabetes and then based on the patient's health record, it will pull up relevant information and display it to the professionals. So looks like a very important software from Google. Our final news of this week is about Twitter. Last week, Twitter outlined its growth strategies and product strategies in an overview that it gave to its investors. This was a really long video that had lots of details. I will link to it in the show notes. Do have a look. But the interesting thing is, as you know, Twitter is one of the oldest social media platforms, and the directions that they take kind of indicate the direction that the social media industry will will take. So now looking at these details from Twitter, it's starting to look like subscriptions and even the way the revenue models are being built into social media might have lots of changes in the days to come. Fascinating set of information. I will link to it in the show notes. Do check it out. Those are the top 5 news items I have for you this week, but don't go away because we've got a bonus section where we are going to talk about the uncertainties in social media and the 3 things that you can do to go through this season and emerge successful. Stay with me. In today's bonus section, we are talking about the uncertain climate that exists in this season for social media industry and the ecosystem as a whole. It's been, if you track the news for the last few weeks, which is what we do week on week, you would see that there have been lots of issues related to privacy. First of all, lots of privacy related announcements from different channels, and then regulations from governments and organizations. For example, in Australia, Facebook had this big conversation, was part of this big conversation, which hopefully seems to have been resolved as of this week. There's some kind of a agreement that they've come to, and now last week there was a big announcement from India about regulations, new regulations for social media, and so the regulations is another thing. And the third thing is the problems that the tech companies, the social media companies have between themselves. Apple releasing something, Facebook not being happy about it, they releasing ad campaigns about that, and all that goes on and on. So it's not it's not a season or a scenario in which everything is moving forward towards something that is smooth. And you as a non-profit church or a ministry, how do you handle this? How do you wade through all of this in this season? Because we realize that social media is a high potential platform, right? It's a platform where people are millions and millions of people, and it's continuing to grow, and it will only continue to grow in the next few years. So what do we do about this? How do we use social media, especially as organizations that serve people, you as leaders of those organizations? How do you look at social media as a tool to help people, minister to people, serve people, be there as a non-profit or a church that helps people move forward? How do you do that? I have 3 things that I want to share with you. First is focus on your purpose. Focus on what you want to accomplish through social media. Just keep focusing on that and keep moving forward. Forget about all the noise. Don't think too much about it, because those things will get resolved. These are businesses and they will make sure that these things get resolved. So that's point number 1. Keep your focus on your objective and goal and keep pushing towards it. Number 2, focus on your audience. In fact, this is actually more important than the first, where you focus on your audience. Keep looking at the audience. If they move channels, you move with them. If they move platforms, you move with them. If nobody wants to use WhatsApp and they want to use something else, then you go there. But if people want to keep using WhatsApp, then you be on WhatsApp. So do things, follow the trends based on your audience. Keep looking very closely at what your audience wants, and that will actually help you to wade through all this confusion. And finally, always keep your ears towards the trends and keep watching this space very closely, because this is, as of now, very volatile. Things can go any way, and new platforms are coming, new stuff is happening, and lots of twists and turns. So be on top of trends, watch the news very closely, and try to stay as a leader on top of this, so that you can make quick, nimble decisions when things happen. So that is the input I wanted to share with you today. Thank you for joining me, but you do not have to stop learning. You can visit this link, this playlist, to continue learning about digital and social media, not just about the news, but also about how you can use digital and social media. There are a lot of questions and answers that will give you clarity on how to move forward. Do check it out.